Hey, Joy Blue here, and I want to talk about a little trick on how to delete duplicates in SQL Server. And so first off, let's create a little table that has some duplicates in it. And so I've got a little script here, and let me zoom out so we can see all this. And so I've got a little table I want to create that has some duplicate emails in it, and it could be some kind of opt-in list or email marketing list you have. And let's go ahead and execute that, and let's see what's inside of the table now. So select star from email list, and you can see that we have some duplicates here. So Bob's in there twice, Jill's in there quite a few times. So let's go ahead and order this so we can see what is really duplicated in here. And you can see that Bob's in there 3 times, Jan's only in there once, so she's okay, and Jill's in there 3 times. So we want to get rid of these duplicates. Well, there's really 2 nice tricks where you can use CTEs, or common table expressions, in order to get rid of these duplicates. So let's try that out. So I've got another script here, the first way, and let me copy that over. And so here's the first query. And it uses the row number over and then the order by. So this is a special clause inside of SQL Server that you can use. And let's just see what this little select statement does first. It actually puts a row number on all the records. So Bob, you can see, is 1, 2, 3, and then Jan is 4, and then Jill is 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now that we have a row number, it makes it easier to actually delete. And so let's take a quick look at the second part of this, where we actually do our delete, and we say where row number not in, and then we say select the minimum row number from this group here. And so the minimum row number is going to be 1 for Bob, 4 for Jan, and 5 for Jill. And so we want the row numbers where it's not equal to the 1 for Bob, the 4 for Jan, and the 5 for Jill. So that means we're going to actually delete those 2 rows and these 2 rows. So let's run this and see what happens. 4 rows were affected. So now let me come back over to the email list, and we got rid of the duplicates. So that's one way to do it. Now there's another way we can do it using a similar statement. First, let's reload our table, and I'm just going to put a whole bunch more of these back in it. So we've got a ton of duplicates now. So Bob's in there a whole bunch, Jan's even in there a few times, and Jill's in there quite a few times. So let's go ahead and look at the second way we can do this. I'm going to copy over another statement, and I'll just paste it below so we can compare these two. So this statement uses another clause, the partition by. And let's take a look at what that does differently. So I'm just going to highlight that part of it, and I will go ahead and execute. And let's take a look at what that does differently. Well, what it does is it actually groups by the first 2 columns and then numbers. So you can see that when we get to the next group, it starts the numbering over. So for Bob, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we start numbering again at Jan. So we have 1, 2, and then we start numbering again at Jill. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so then all we have to do to delete is actually look for the duplicate count, in this case, this column here, greater than 1. And so here, the duplicate count's bigger than 1, so we're going to delete all those. Duplicate count's bigger than 1, so we'll delete Jan. Duplicate count's bigger than 1, so we'll delete all those. So for me, this is a little bit easier to follow than the other one. I like it better. They both work just fine though. So let's go ahead and run this and make sure it does what we think it should do. So I'll highlight here, F5, 7 rows were deleted. Let me go ahead and select and we have 3 rows, and so everything's done. So I'll go ahead and put these scripts over on my blog. And as always, if you find this helpful, please leave a comment below, click the like button, or subscribe to my channel. You can also visit me at SQLtrainingonline.com, and I hope you enjoyed this free video.